as for the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters, well, they had a very Merry Christmas as they became the first team to beat the NLEX Road Warriors this conference. Phoenix won that game 102-93 to also put an end to their two-game slide. The Fuel Masters were forced to go all-Filipino for most of this match. That's because their import, Paul Harris, pulled himself out after just 3 minutes of play due to an apparent injury. But the locals managed to rise to the occasion. Matthew Wright and Justin Chua played their best game so far this conference. Wright finished with a near double-double, scoring 23 points, grabbing 9 rebounds. Chua added 19 markers, also grabbing 6 boards. Now joining us to go all out on this story is Papichino. Matthew Wright of the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters with that long hair. Matt, good morning, buddy. Welcome back to Sports Desk.
Morning, Andre. What's up?
What's up, man? Happy holidays. How was your holidays with the family? Good?
Yeah, I'm by myself here in the Philippines right now. My family's still back in North America, but
yeah,
you know how it is. Some sacrifices have to be made, but luckily I have my family here and my teammates here as well.
Well, at least you got to win on Christmas Day. Congratulations! I believe that was your first ever Christmas Day win, and against NLEX no less, which was undefeated before you beat them. And also a great birthday gift to Coach Topex Robinson that day. Tell us the keys to winning, to getting that victory. I know it was really tough coming off 2 losses, facing the undefeated team in NLEX. And considering you went mostly all Filipino, the stacks were against you. And the Road Warriors had actually been, flawless the past few games before entering that game.
Yeah, we knew that NLEX was due for a loss. They're a good team. But, we feel like we match up good against them. And like what you said, with Paul coming out of the game 2 minutes in, we decided to, just go all out. And we had nothing to lose at that point. And, I guess I wouldn't necessarily call it a Christmas miracle, but, we definitely got some kind of a, special sauce from our team that day.
Yeah.
And guys like Justin and CB were able to pull us out and finally get a win.
Yeah, you did say it. Extra sauce. I did see a fire in your eyes in that game, particularly you, Justin, CB, and it was like you guys were motivated when Paul went down. Let's talk about NLEX's import, though. He's, I think, arguably one of the best imports in this conference, KJ McDaniels. You just held him to 12 points. That's way below his average so far this conference. What was the strategy going in? Because we know KJ is really a force for NLEX.
You said it. He's definitely one of the best imports in the country right now. If you look at his stats and obviously his team's record, he's been very consistent. But I guess we just caught him on a bad day that day. We had a good defensive plan. Sean Mangati was on him for a lot.
Yeah,
Perkins has been a great job guarding other imports this conference, sacrificing a lot on offense so that he can use all that energy. He expends a lot of energy on defense guarding these guys. We try to make it real physical for him. And, we thought it was strange that for a little bit, I think Coach Yang was trying to match up with us in terms of the whole all-Filipino. I was on the court and I realized that, there hasn't been an import on both teams on the floor in a long time. So I think, his strategy, he tried to maybe give him some rest, maybe try to inspire his locals to play well, and you're able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I like what you said. That was a good strategy on Coach Topex's part to put the great bodies, like defensive bodies, Sean, Manganti, Perkins on McDaniels. And yeah, the locals, your locals really stepped up. Let's talk about Paul Harris now. He pulled himself out after the game. After 2 to 3 minutes in the game because of an apparent calf or foot injury. Do you have any updates, Matt, on how Paul Harris is doing? What is his condition now?
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little worried because it was out of nowhere. He just told us to call it time out. So it was I was a little worried that something serious happened, but he assured us that it was just he just felt some tightness in his hamstring. He didn't want to risk it, so he took himself out immediately. He's a pro. He's been playing for a long time. He knows his body. and he knows certain injuries to certain body parts, you have to just immediately stop. So good thing that he assessed it early, and luckily we don't play until the 8th of January. To get him back into shape.
Yeah. And that's a tricky injury. You know that. A calf, hamstring. You have to rest that particular injury because it can betray you. So you just have to take time and rest. And good thing you still don't have a game until next year, January 8th. Overall, Phoenix is off to a solid start. 3-2 so far. I know you had a skid, but let's face it, the games you lost could have gone either way. I remember that time against Ginebra overtime. It could have gone your way as well. Besides having an import, what has been the difference for Phoenix, Matt, in the Governor's Cup after you guys pretty much struggled in the Philippine Cup earlier this year?
It wasn't pretty much struggle. We struggled last conference. So
I was putting it nicely.
We're all very prideful guys on the team. We have a lot of dogs on that team who take pride in what they do. Us not being able to make the playoffs last conference, that really lit a fire under our asses and made us work even 10 times harder. Our team is in the gym 2 hours before call time even starts. More than half the team is in there getting shots up, lifting weights, doing extra work because everybody's motivated to have a good conference this year. So, we just want to bounce back because we know we can be successful. And last conference was just a blip, we feel, and it was a fluke. So we're trying to get back to our winning ways. And, other teams definitely got better, and we have to adjust to that. And, I don't think that we're going to be those teams that sneak into the playoffs anymore. I think teams know how good we can be. So, we're not going to catch any team by surprise anymore.
Well, you personally, Matt, have been solid as well. You're one of the superstars of this team. You're one of the leaders. I still believe, as we take a look at your numbers, wherever you go, this team goes. 15.4 points per game, 5.4 rebounds per game, and almost 7 assists, 6.6 dimes per game. Your thoughts on your performance so far? I know you're still not happy. You still want to up these numbers, but so far, what do you think as we take a look at your averages here? How many games in the Governor's Cup?
I think I'm doing okay. I know I can definitely play a lot better, but the games where I'm struggling with my shot offensively, now I've reached the maturity level that I can still contribute without scoring now because we have a lot of firepower on our team. I'm I learn how to play with these new guys. It's been an adjustment for Chris and I. Because Banchero needs the ball as well. He needs the ball in his hands a lot. He needs to be the primary ball handler on our team in order for us to be successful. And in order for him to be effective as well, he needs the ball in his hands. So I have to learn how to play kind of off the ball now, as being the primary ball handler for the last 2 or 3 years. So it's been an adjustment for me, but I'm finally starting to get a feel of where I'm supposed to go. And at the end of the day, it's just about making winning plays and making the right play down the stretch. And I feel like we're starting to make the right plays in clutch crucial times. And that's been the difference between our conference this year and last year.
I'm optimistic watching the Bandana Brothers. That's what I call you, UNCB. The Bandana Bros. You're like the Splash Brothers, UNCB creating shots for your teammates and yourself. It's nice. It's a nice thing to watch when you guys ball out. You guys are currently on a 2-week break. You did mention your next game will be until January 8th, but you'll be starting off against, the new year, 2022, against the San Miguel Beermen, who's been really hot the past few games. A new look to this team, but it looks like they're finally clicking with their new pieces. They've won their last 3. Let's talk about that matchup against San Miguel. I know it's still a couple of weeks, but that's going to be a big game for you guys.
Absolutely. Every game is a big game at this point now. San Miguel, everybody knows their pedigree. They still have, I know they're getting a little older, but they still have a very good talent, a very good team stacked with talent. Juma seems like he's getting back into, the old Juma that we're used to. I know that they're without Chris, but, they have a lot of guys who can step up, and obviously guys like Terrence, CJ, Marcio. Those guys know how to win. They know how to put up buckets. So it's not going to be a walk in the park for sure. But at the end of the day, they got to guard us as well. And by the way that we're playing, the speed that we play at, and the amount of players that Topex uses every game, like we have like a 10-man roster that he plays. So to be honest, I wouldn't want to play us.
Well, I don't want to play you guys too. I believe Phoenix is a really good team with you in charge, Perkins, CB, Justin Chua playing solid in the middle. Coach Topex is a brilliant mind at the bench. So, well, Matt, before we let you go, I know New Year's is a few days away, less than a week. It's going to be a New Year 2022. Do you have a New Year's resolution, Matt?
I try not to get into the whole New Year's resolution.
Why not?
I don't know. It's a little cliche. It's a little corny. How many of us actually go through these? But if I were to choose one, if you're going to put me on the spot right now, maybe I don't know.
Cut your hair?
Maybe not argue with the referees as much.
Okay, not argue with the referee so much. You're not planning to cut your hair anytime soon, too, right?
I'm gonna cut down on that one. If anything, that's gonna be my New Year's resolution. I'm gonna be more nicer to the referees.
Nicer to referees. Okay. I don't know if you heard me, but you're ignoring me. You're not gonna cut your hair. Well, it works. So.
Hey, I was gonna cut my hair. I was gonna have to cut my hair to ring in the new year as well. So
okay.
This is gonna be gone soon.
All right. All right, man. Thank you again for taking the call. Enjoy the holidays. I know your family's not here, but great win again on Christmas Day. Stay safe. The best of luck to you and against San Miguel next year. Matt, thank you. I'll see you again, buddy.
Thank you, Andre. And I just want to give a shout out to everybody in Siargao who's going through what they're going through right now. I hope you guys have a happy holidays and just know that the sun always rises in the morning, and there's nothing else to do but just to push through. And we know that we're gonna do our best to help you guys, and we continue to pray for you guys just to be strong. And God bless.
Really nice of you, Matt. Class act. Thank you. Matthew Wright, one of the great, good guys in the PBA, of course, playing for the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters, fresh off that win on Christmas Day against NLEX.